welcome to the House of Love. My name is Lucas Love, and we're here today to do a plant tour, right? So, when I was thinking about starting this channel, I was like, why do you want to start this channel, Lucas? Like, really, really, why? You know, I really wanted to be like, is there really any need for another YouTube channel? And then I thought about it, and I was like, I mean, look at this. See this back here? I plant my things a lot different than a lot of people. I like to plant them on wood, not really a plank, but it's like a driftwood. And the reason I like to do that is for various reasons we'll go into a little bit later, maybe another video. But I'm just here today to show you my collection and maybe like get some goals going on what we want to happen in the future, or I don't know. I just want to show you my collection today. So, but I do hope you join us next week and every week following after that, because we're going to keep this going. You know, every Friday we're going to be posting a video, and I absolutely cannot wait to get this undergoing and started, and I'm just really excited about everything. So, I really hope you'll join me. Again, my name is Lucas Love, and this is the House of Love, and today, girl, we're just gonna go through and show you my collection, and yes, I love it. With my plant shelf, and I recently purchased this shelf from Habitat for Humanity, and I really love, getting my furniture from there because you're actually giving back to the community, and it's actually really nice stuff that you get from there. Like, this is a really sturdy shelf. They're like, I could have went to like IKEA and bought an IKEA shelf. Like, that is not like. It is not my zhuzh, girl. Like, this thing looks absolutely beautiful. There's some like iron bird work like on the front. Like, you're like, what is a bird work? I'll show you in a little close up here in just a second. But it's wrought iron. It's absolutely stunning. The glass on it is like 250 pounds just for the glass panels. And then the wrought iron part itself is about 200 pounds. So I'm guessing this thing at least weighs 400 pounds, like at least. And so I saw this and I was like, that's it. It's got to come with me. So here it is. And I absolutely love it. It's perfect for everything that I need it for. It lets the amount of light in from the top, like down to the bottom. Plants. And we're going to go through those plants right now so I can show you exactly what I have. So let me show you. All right. So this is what I mean when I said bird work. There's like these iron parrots, right? They look so cool. There's one on either side of them, of this whole situation here. And there's like I don't know what kind of parrot it is, like a parakeet. I have no idea. But they look so cool. And then if I go down to here, there's also this little guy, little sparrow kind of bird. But let's get into the plants, right? So first and foremost, start at the very top. Start at the very top. We're going to start with my jungle cactus. I absolutely am loving this thing. It is a fern leaf cactus with the zigzag cactus I put together. And if you look under here, there's also a dancing bones cactus. And these have been in here for the last 2 years. I absolutely love the way it looks, but I'm thinking I might have to repot it because it's not really growing too fast anymore. So I'm thinking the roots are probably a little root bound. I gotta check that out here this spring. Maybe we'll see how that goes. I kind of like to leave my my plants a little root bound because, I mean, you shouldn't be potting up your plants all the time that's what I think. So anyway, moving on over, we have a variegated Antherium vitarifolium. This is my very first Antherium, and I am so excited. Here, let me take this down so you can see it a little bit. All right, so like I was saying, this is my very first Antherium. I've never had an Antherium before. It's gonna focus. Come on, focus. But I saw this on Leafy Soulmate's website, and I was like, buy immediately. Click in the cart. It was mine. It's a variegated Antherium vitarifolium. It'll get the long, belty kind of leaves. I'm so very excited for that. And I actually do have a plan that we'll talk about on this channel later this week, or not later this week, but later this month, about what I have planned for that. So yeah, that is my Antherium vitarifolium. So if I move back up here to the second shelf, I've got the very famous, the Philodendron Pink Princess. And you know, the only reason I bought this plant was because this pink princess, as you see, is the only pink princess I've ever seen not get stuck, other than another one that I've seen online. But I bought this and was like, I was just curious to see how the growth pattern would work out. So that is why I have this one. If I move right over here, I've got a couple of cuttings of my Epipremnum Golden Flame. I think that plant is absolutely stunning. And I got a cutting of the Atabapoense X, I believe. I don't know, it looks a little darker than a regular Atabapoense. And the back is really, really purple. And I absolutely love that. So I'm excited to get that rooted up and see what I'm going to come together with that. You know, what idea I come together for that. And if I go right over here, we have something that I picked up this last October because it looked a lot like, and I had it next to like this ceramic pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern, and it looked like the vines are coming out of the pumpkin. It was really, really cool. And this is a Paleonia pucra, I believe, or pucra. I'm not really sure how you say it, but I absolutely like this plant. Is absolutely stunning and beautiful as well. It's so easy to take care of. I highly recommend this. If you see, I got this at the grocery store and it was like $12. I was like, yes, put it in the basket immediately. And then, so we're gonna move on down to the next shelf. And if we go back here, we have my Dwarf Wisteria Bonsai. And I absolutely love this. I decided to put it with this crystal thing that used to actually be a candle holder. And it's potted up not in soil, but if you look really closely, it is potted up in little seashells, like little snail shells, see them? Little white snail shells. So, yeah. So that's that. I love it. I've never seen a bloom. But I'm really a big lover of wisteria, the regular size kind. And I know this is a different plant. It's just called a dwarf wisteria, but it still blooms a flower very, very similar. And I'm very, very curious to see it bloom. So I'm excited. And I've had that for like 4 years now. So hopefully we can get this to come on now. We move right next to that. We just have a little clipping of a Philodendron Brantianum. And right here we have something that I also have never seen anywhere before. And it's a Philodendron Elegance, yes, but it's the narrow form. I've never seen the narrow form. I've looked for it online. I don't know what the mature thing looks like of a narrow form Elegance, but I am really excited about it. Even if it's just a regular Elegance, I don't mind. But I bought it as a narrow form Elegance, and I just think it's actually so cool. And yep, there's that one. And there's this one I still have here. Now, oh my gosh, this is one of my absolute favorites of all time. It is the not the Philodendron. This is a Syngonium chiapense variegata. That's it. Just gasping for. It's amazing. And putting on a new leaf. So I'm really excited about that. We'll move on down here. We're going to go on down to the next one. Say hello to a little bird friend. And we look right back in here. We have a type of cissus. It's a cissus. I don't know if it's a cissus obtusifolia or a obtusa something like that. But I bought it because it just looks so cool. I've never seen it before. And I was like, I love like the little tendrils that grasp onto everything. So I was like, that's going to be a cool filler plant for my shelf. And doing exactly what I thought it would do. Then right next to that, you see my my Thai constellation. And I don't know what's going on right there, but we're going to fix that. I started watering this with only filtered water now, distilled water. And, you know, right, I'm looking into getting a water ionizer because when I started getting these variegated plants and watering them, I'm not doing that. It's just that's not happening. So I'm gonna do what I can to figure out what's causing that. And yeah, but we do got a new baby leaf here. Right when I got this, actually, it put out this other leaf, and there was no leaf tip. And then seriously, a week later, this leaf popped out of that leaf. And I was like, that was really fast, but girl, you do you. I love it though. And here's some crystals that actually I found this crystal when I was hiking in Ouray, Colorado. Absolutely love that. I go around hiking a lot and I pick up a lot of crystals and a lot of sticks and stuff you'll see here on this tour. Like this is a crystal that came out of the Gilman mine from my great-great-grandfather when he worked there. And this is my Hoya Curtisia with a selenite crystal on the top, selenite little castle. But yeah, I love this Hoya Cortesia. I got this in New Mexico when I was visiting my grandmother. And the reason I got this is because I've never seen a Hoya Cortesia so full and big before. And I was like, yes, please. Like, I loved it. And yeah, there's that one. I love the way that it, like, you know what I love about plants is I love the way it looks like with like a lot of little leaves. I love that, like where it's like all, like just like that, all together. And if we go down to the next one, we have a creeping Charlie, otherwise known as, oh, what is that? Some dirt. Ah, all right. So the first plant that we're going to look at here on the shelf, well, I mean, besides the top two, but is this, the Pink Princess Philodendron. And it's not very pink, but I think it's absolutely beautiful and stunning because it's got like the black dark leaves, and I think that's pretty cool. Then right next to that, we've got the Epipremnum Golden Flame. Seriously looks like it's on fire. I love it. Then in this, I mean, this is like a little propagation box. I have a little propagation pot. I unplugged it because it's got like a fish bubbler in there. And I unplugged it just so it doesn't sound like a bong water going off. But then we got the Atabapoense X, I believe it is. It looks a lot darker than a regular Atabapoense, do you think? Or am I just tripping? I don't know. But the back of it is really purple, and I think it's really, really pretty. Then moving on, next to that, we've got a really, really gorgeous Peleonia pucra. I'm not really sure how you say it. I think that plant is absolutely stunning as well. I think it's really, really pretty. I'm going to go down to the next shelf. We've got a little bonsai tree of Dwarf Wisteria. I've never seen this bloom, and I'm really excited to one day. But I just keep chopping it back, forming it into different things. I've got it in this crystal candle holder that kind of fell apart, and I was like, I'm going to use that for something because I reuse a lot of things. And yeah, it's actually even potted up in little seashells rather than potting soil. It's pretty cool, like little white seashells. You see those? And then we're moving on to the next one. We've got the Philodendron Brantianum. I like that one. It's cute. I mean, I don't think it's going to be alive for very long, but we'll see. Then, if we're moving on here, this is something I think is really, really cool. This is the Philodendron Elegance, Philodendron Elegance narrow form. Now, I've never seen a narrow form of this, but I bought one. So we'll see how that comes out. But I think that that's going to be really pretty in the future. And I really can't wait to like pot this up with some other things, possibly this next one here, you know, to pot it up with other plants, you know, make it more beautiful. And this, oh my gosh, this is the most stunning of the stunnings. This is the Syngonium chiapense variegata. And it's got another one on the way. There's not really much to say for that plant other than, yes, please. Back here behind my cologne, we've got a poor sad plant. It came in the mail. It had a bunch of leaves, and they were dead from cold damage, but this seemed to still be there. Just a node. It's actually a philodendron bicolor. This is just a pot of moss. And then these are nodes and extra little plants that we're not really going to go into on this tour. So, sorry, not sorry. We're going to move on down to the next one now. We've got our Hoya Curtisia with a really cool selenite stick in there, selenite castle. The reason I got that Hoya Curtisia is because I've never seen one so big. I was like, absolutely, bring it. We've got a piece of mica here from, or a piece of, I don't know, mica or something, that my great-grandfather brought, my great-great-grandfather, or whatever, brought from the mine in Gilman, Colorado, because that's where he used to work before they shut that down. This is a crystal that I found when I was hiking. And, oh, here's my Thai constellation. My beautiful baby. What's happening to it? Who knows? But I got a beautiful Thai constellation. It's putting out new leaves. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It put out 2 leaves. So it put out one, and the leaf wasn't there. Like, there was no leaf. You see the tip of that? It was just gone. And within 2 days later, it put out this other leaf. And I was like, okay, bring it. Then behind that, we have a Cissus rotundifolia, I believe is what it's called. I think it's pretty cool looking. The leaves are very succulent, very Hoya-like, but they cling to everything like a cissus, like with little like tendrils that like grab onto everything. And I just thought that was really cool. Like the way the leaves are so round and pretty, it's just really cool. And then if we go down here to the bottom shelf, we've got a very large pot of Scindapsus exotica. And this is something that I actually saved from the grocery store because it was dying. And now it's absolutely looking stunning. So, and then here we've got our Jacob's coat cactus with another little white cactus. And is those, oh my gosh, mealybugs. I'm gonna kill somebody. Just joking. But I've also got this Native American, or it even could be pre-Native American piece of rock, kind of a tool here, that I found when I was hiking as well. But the reason that I have this in a pot right here is because it was planted outside and it was actually looking amazing here in Colorado, but we get snow here. And I was like, I'm going to leave half of it outside planted and bring this half inside and see if it lives in the spring, if the one outside is still alive or not. If not, I still have this one. And yeah. So we'll see, but these cactus do grow here naturally, like in the wild. Not this particular cactus, but like the opuntia. So we're just trying to see if it works out or not. And then next to that, we have a creeping Charlie, which I just got not too long ago just because I think it's a great filler plant. It grows so fast, it looks so pretty, and it's amazing. So yeah, so that's my plant shelf, but I do got other plants and I'll show you guys here momentarily. Off of the shelf, but we also have this little shelf next to it, and the first plant I want to talk about here is a plant that I absolutely think is so stunning, and it is the Epipremnum pinnatum marble. Look how absolutely beautiful that is. My camera is picking up that clock versus my face, so Let me turn over here a little bit. But this is the Epipremnum pinnata marble. Girl, I could just say I love every single one of these plants because I do. I love every single one of these plants. Because if I don't, then I get rid of it. Next up, we have my mother plant of my Monstera Laniata. I absolutely love the mature form of this, and I can't wait to get this. Like, just like Sydney plant guys, like big old Laniata. I absolutely cannot wait. And I actually have something coming in the mail soon that you are all probably going to love. So I'll show you guys that a little bit later, but it's related to the Laniata. Let me grab this other plant that's right over here real quick. Give me just a second. Okay, so here we have, this is actually not in like a fancy pot or anything like that, but what I have here is the Philodendron. Oh no, not right here we have a Philodendron Mayoi. I just got this not too long ago, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what I do with it now, because I'm really not sure what we're gonna do with it. But I bought this so we could do something with it on this channel, and I really am excited about that. So now, coming over here into the corner of the room, up above this door, we have this absolutely gigantic, beautiful Lepismium cruciform. This plant I put outside in the summer. It gets really red. It's stunning. I also got this pot at the Habitat for Humanity as well. I'm big on shopping there, like I said. And then it came with this pot, and it was like $5 for both of them. I was like, score. And this one's got a Ripsalis Paradoxa and a Schlumbergera rosea, but I think that one's dead. I'm not sure. Then we move on down here. We have this beautiful little plant. It's just called Small Leaf, but it's actually called, I forget what it's called. Let's see. Muehlenbeckia or something. I just thought it was really cute. I just got it for like a little filler plant and put it in this little pot, and it just loves it. So now we're moving on to the way that I plant plants that I started this channel for, and what I was speaking about when I said that I like to plant my plants like a showpiece, right? Like something that people come and they see it in the corner of like you walk into the corner of my house, you're like, what is that? What is that? That looks amazing, right? So you come on over here, you see that this has the Spanish moss hanging from a beautiful driftwood that I also found out when I was hiking. We've got some lotus flower buds that are dead I got from a flower shop. Got some pampas grass, some feathers, an antler that I picked up in the mountains when I was hiking around. You know, we've got crystals. These are crystals that I found when I was hiking. I go crystal hunting a lot. I go antler picking. I go rock picking. I like to get out in nature. I love getting out in nature and putting some of that nature into my house, my plants and everything. And I got the Philodendron Majestic here. Absolutely love this plant. Then we've got some kind of a Pilea. I think is absolutely beautiful. So yes, so that is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like the statement plants, the showpiece plants that I like to plant. It's like that, right? Then we've got, you know, the mother plant of the Adansonii, which is absolutely stunning. The reason I bought this plant was because like, look how large these leaves are. I mean, this is a leaf I saw when I bought it and I was like, yes, because the holes on that thing, it looks almost like an obliqua. You know what I mean? It just looks stunning and I love it. I mean, look at it. So next up, we have my dragon pot. This is the one that started it all for me on planting things like an artistic piece. I had this little alligator head I got on my 21st birthday in 2008. My 21st birthday was Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, and that's, you know, a holiday that always changes, but that was my 21st birthday. February 5th, 2008, I got this as a birthday gift from my friend Darla, and I ended up putting it with some peacock feathers, make like a feathered serpent kind of look. And I planted it here because it had this dragon tail and this dragon fruit cactus. So I was like, how can I make this like a dragon theme, kind of like dragon theme? So then I put in a bunch of hens and chicks I just took out of my yard because we have a whole bunch of them growing outside. They're kind of etiolating right now, so I need to clip them back. But we also have a bunch of fossils that I've had forever. Of course, we have the dragon tail Philodendron Curtisia. If you look over here, we're doing it like we're wrapping around, right? So if this is like, picture this, okay? It's a dragon kind of wrapping itself around this pole, okay? So this is the body of the dragon, right? The hens and chicks are like the body of the dragon wrapping itself around. And the dragon tail is the dragon tail, obviously. So the dragon tail will come up and start climbing up this post, or at least that's what I'm trying to make it do. And then the dragon fruit cactus is also, I guess, part of the tail. I don't know. That's what I got. So it has got the Philodendron Curtisia in this little rock planter that I planted on top of it. And these are supposed to be going up this pole that this dragon fruit cactus is climbing up. And then these ones will come out like, picture this, like these will come out and like be like really big. Imagine like when it's really big dragon tail stuff, it's gonna be stunning. So that is, I don't know, it's gonna be amazing. So look out for that. Then if we go under this little thing, we have my Hoya, just a Hoya Cortesia that I got from a couple clippings from my best friend a few years ago, and they seriously just took and they look great. And then in here we have some seedlings of some yellow dragon fruit that I actually potted up in here this summer when I bought a yellow dragon fruit, put the seeds in here and they took off. And so, yeah, that's exciting. So when I water this, I just water this pot and then it drips down into that pot and into that pot. Works out pretty perfect. Okay, now we are at the big mama. We are at the Monstera Escalero pot. And with this pot, I started putting like crystals on here. I just wanted to make it look really like fun. Like I want people to walk in and be like, damn, what is that? You know, like, so we got the Monstera Escalero and we just put out a new leaf, which actually kind of busted right there. So I super glued it and it seems to be holding up pretty good. We also got the golden pothos that is looking amazing in here, as well as we've got more crystals here. And we have an Adansonia albo, as well as some more Laniata stuck in there in the middle. We come around here, we have the top cutting of that Epipremnum Golden Flame, because I figured if the golden pothos is doing great in this window with the gold variegation, let me take this top cut of the Golden Flame and prop it in here. I think that would be really cool. And it seems to be putting out a new leaf, so it's gonna be awesome. And yeah, so then there's also a bunch of crystals like this, an amethyst I found when I was hiking as well. All these are crystals that I found, so yeah. I love this. If we move on next to it, we got in this little, ooh, it's starting to climb up, starting to climb up here, is the Vanilla Planifolia. The reason I bought this was because it looks beautiful. That's why. But I love that it's climbing up a tree, and that's how I plant things. And I was like, girl, I've never seen someone post something up a tree like me, so I bought it. And I love it. And next to that, we have my little Thanksgiving cactus. I love it. We're gonna skip this plant right here because that's a gift plant. Okay, moving on. Right here we have up on this cedar plank, which has the bark on it, which I absolutely love, and I think that's amazing. We just have a Philodendron micans, which I planted in this little urn planter. Just to be like a mother plant kind of thing, take some cuttings for people, and I've taken many cuttings. So yeah. If we go up here, we have the stunner, absolutely stunning, the Monstera Alba White Tiger from Japan. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, my gosh. And then even the stem is, I mean, the lighting is terrible, but the stem is amazing. So yeah, that is the Monstera Alba White Tiger. Then let's see, right next to that, we have the Epipremnum, what is it called? Epipremnum Hanuman Bali. I'm really excited to see this mature because the mature form of this is absolutely stunning. Ooh, girl, you see what's back behind there? You see it right, it's the Monstera Mint. Let's go back there. So, the Monstera Mint has 2 nodes putting out 2 growth points, and I am so excited for this plant more than any plant in my collection. It's gonna be absolutely stunning. The mother plant of this is absolutely beautiful, and I'm gonna grow this thing so big, it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. I don't grow my plants to chop them up and sell them. I grow my plants to make stunning pieces of artwork like this. So this is like my under the sea pot. It is a seashell pot that I got for free down the street. The local plant lady was just like putting out free pots a couple years ago, and I was like, absolutely. And I put some real coral in there that I found from a thrifty. There's also a Stapelia gigantea clipping in there, and I have a really big story about that, which we're actually going to go through on a different time, because we'll just make a whole video about this pot in the future. But there's also some string of pearls, which is my very first time keeping a string of pearls. And the reason I never did is because like people are like, you can't keep them alive inside, you can't. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it, and I did it. So that's kind of how I view my life. It's like if someone says I can't do it, I'm gonna do it. So this looks absolutely stunning. But now we move on right over here to my desk. We have a, let me see, let me get this closer here. Ooh, there it is. So this is a Paraiso Verde that was sent to me along with an order that I'd ordered, but they sent this as a little freebie from Leafy Soulmates, my absolute favorite growers. So I definitely want you to check them out, because this is where I got a majority of these plants, like this one and this one, and the mint, all of those I got from Leafy Soulmates. But he sent me this Paraiso Verde. It did have a leaf, but I cut it off because when I cut the leaf off, it ignited this growth point to start growing, girl. So I'm excited to see how that comes out, and excited to see what I come up with in the future to plant this into, or like what to plant it with per se. But that's just exciting to me. So next up we have the Variegated Domesticum. Now I've got a couple more of these like on my plant shelf in those node buckets back there, like the little node cartridges. But I saw this when he put it on the website and I was like, I need that. I need the whole plant. I don't need a node. I don't need like a tiny little plant. I want the big plant. And yes, I know this leaf looks like it's going to be on its way out soon, but it's also putting out new leaves. And that's the point of this, is it's going to grow, you know? And this is a planter that I put, you know, this little goddess up on, and some driftwood that I found from the beaver dams down at the lake. And the reason I use driftwood that I find in the river at the beaver dams is because it floats. It's a lot lighter weight, and it's wood rot preventative, I guess, because it's already waterlogged. So, I mean, I guess it's just me trying. I don't know if it's gonna rot or not, but you're gonna try to figure it out, right? By the time it rots, I'll probably move the plant to something else if it rots. So yeah, so this is the thing that I'm trying to talk to you guys about, and it is this gold geometric kind of amazingness. It's hollow, it's made of fiberglass, but I decided to pot on the bottom of this. I put this little planter on with some silicone and potted up. I want to do shinglers in here, and then I found the dubia and I was like, yes, absolutely, boom, that's coming with me. And so here it is. It's got 3 little leaves put out since I had it in my care, and I am so excited to see it when it gets finally climbing up here. It's gonna be amazing. So if we go up to the top of this, we're gonna actually have the coolest lemon lime philodendron I've ever seen. When the new growth on this comes out, it is like orange, red beautifulness. It's absolutely stunning, and I love it. And then right next to that, we have the Florida green just hanging out, kind of drifting out over my desk. And yes, I absolutely love that. Look at that. I need to think of something else. Like, what can I say? Like, I absolutely love that. Yeah, I love all of them, obviously. If I go over here, we have my jungle pot. So this has the Laniata again. And then in here we have the Philodendron Jerry Horn. Give me some larger leaves. I love that, of course. And then you come down here, we have the Bipennifolium in here as well. And this plant seriously is breaking all the rules, because you're gonna see in just a second, we've got many plants in here. So we've got, I actually forgot what this one is called, but it's one of my absolute favorite new plants. And then we have a little Hilo Beauty baby right here next to a crystal that I actually took out of a cave that I was hiking around and found that crystal. This one, this white one. So this crystal I just bought. Now we move on over here. We have some Pilea baby tears. Look how pretty. I have a light green version and a darker green version over there. We have another Hilo Beauty. If we look into here, we have the Manjula Pothos, as well as the Melanochrysum back there. And the White Princess with the baby new leaf coming out. This I call my jungle pot because it's just crazy. But I really want to do something with this pot here on this channel. I want to change it up. I want to take some of these plants out, put some other plants in, you know, something like that. So, yes. Thank you guys all for joining me for this plant tour. I really, really hope you subscribe and like this video and come back next week, because we're going to have, you know, a lot more value and a lot more stuff in this channel than just plant tours and just plant stuff. We'll actually be talking about stuff with substance, and I really hope you can join me for that. So I will see you next Friday, and ciao for now.